The morning after Queen Marilla's speech, the country was still asleep, but history had already awakened. Nimetsea had lived through the night in anxiety, in the whispers of taverns, in the stillness of shop fronts, in the hearts of people who felt everything had changed. When the first rays of sunlight touched the marble rooftops of the capital, the army was already in motion. Columns of war machines rolled across the Varna Bridge, heavy, ancient, as if the bridge itself remembered every war this land had ever known. The thunder of hooves, the gleam of steel, cold fog above the river. The soldiers marched in silence. No shouts, no ceremonial bravado. They knew this was not just a border crossing. This was the crossing of the point of no return. On the far bank began Laurentia, a land where the state had died, hunger, fear, and the rule of those who still held weapons in their hands. Mirella stood at the window of the high tower. The advisor beside her could not hide his unease. "Your Majesty, is this war?" "No," she answered quietly. "This is a choice, and if we do not make it, someone else will." At that moment, Nimetsea ceased to be a witness to history. She became its author. The corps was commanded by General Verne, huge, silent, calm, frighteningly calm. Reconnaissance worked without pause, but the reports contradicted one another. Chaos, remnants of authority, gangs, former soldiers. Verne studied the map as if listening to its silence, and the silence spoke louder than any report. When the units pushed deeper into Laurentia, the truth became obvious. Petty villages, burned houses, people with eyes accustomed to nightly terror. They all said the same thing. Vagrants, gangs, former soldiers. They loot, they kill, they burn. The recon drone transmitted the first alarming images. A group of armed men at a seized warehouse, torn uniforms, handmade patches, movements too confident for survivors, peasants. "Contact," said the operator. Verne replied calmly, "Prepare the armor." Two Nimetsean tanks slowly rolled onto the empty street. Their tracks crushed market boards and shattered roof tiles. The silence tightened like a drawn wire. The bandits noticed the machines too late. "Tanks, to positions!" And almost immediately, the first scattered shots. Bullets rang dry against the armor. The tanks did not stop, shielding the infantry behind them. The bandits darted between wagons and scorched walls, trying to hold their firing line. "They're organized," an officer called out. "So will be the response," Verne answered just as evenly. "Infantry, forward." The first shell struck short, boiling up earth and debris. The second tore through the barricade, throwing men from behind the walls. Nimetsean infantry took up positions, firing in short, controlled bursts. The bandits tried to retreat, but the tank turret turned faster than they could run. The air reeked of smoke, burning, and dust. The drone marked a group of 6 attempting to flank. "6 targets, flanking," Verne replied briefly. "Intercept. We need prisoners." The fight was short, but brutal. When the shooting ceased, 3 lay in the dust, 2 were bound, another groaned against a wall. Verne approached the prisoners. "You were soldiers, but you chose the path of beasts." One of the captives smirked. "We are just surviving, as you will, soon enough." Verne looked at the burned street and understood. This was only the beginning. At the same hour, in the Union of Corporations, giant screens flared with alarming red. "Breaking news, Nimetsea has begun an invasion."
Shattered streets, smoke, people running. A Nimesean drone in the sky, the caption cut into the eyes. Aggressor, Nimetsea. A woman clutched her child. Please, let this never reach us. There will be a response, one analyst said quietly. It is already being prepared, the other replied. The markets trembled. The city breathed tension. The Union cannot ignore aggression. We must respond. And after those words, the silence became louder than any scream. Thus began a new era of Nimetsea. Without glory, with no way back, the country took its step, and every next line of its history will be written in blood, foreign or its own.